Cool, guys. All right, May 8th, the afternoon here. It's almost 90 degrees today. This is one of the warmest days that we've seen this year, so that's pretty cool. Just finished washing, washing the 74 Westie and my GTI. But wanted to make a new video here of my 59 single cab. Since the last one I did was just super shitty. It was dark, late at night, kind of last minute, but anyways, got some good daylight here today. Of course, the truck is dusty as hell, but let's make a walk. Let's see here. Sneak in here. As you can see, I have the original seat framing. Of course, I don't have an upholsterer. Thank goodness for the moving blankets. Don't have the door panels on. But there's the door, glass, and everything. All the glass is intact. It's watertight. Gonna have some knockoff tube dynamite up there. But yeah, you can see a little bit more inside compared to that last video. That's a new Classic Fab pan, as well as the lower dog legs. I'm not trying to fool anybody. The blend work's not perfect there, but it is what it is. Nice uncut dash. There's an original ashtray there. Missing the radio delete plate. This was a commercial truck imported from New Orleans. That is my handiwork refabbing the odometer, the gauge cluster. The only extra hole is going to be on the other side of the headlight there. That is the cab. Interior not popped off. Treasure chest area. This is a single treasure chest truck. Prop this sucker up. Bear with me, guys. Nothing like a shaky camera. Everyone loves that. There's the treasure chest door up. As you can see in the treasure chest area, of course, those are some old headlight shit, but the flooring in this thing is very nice. Of course, you can see here where this rocker is crunchy. Skins need replaced, and you can see some nice little rabbit hole there. That's all Bondo that I did just on the quarter panel. The whole back corner just needs to be replaced, man. Get rid of those god-awful cut wheel wells. But Wolfberg West tank. I didn't put a cinder unit in this truck. I was just going with the stock fuel tap setup. There is the block-off plates, originals, divider rather, for the, it's like a tank divider going from that to the treasure chest. But treasure chest is very nice. I could show you kind of an overall condition of the gate, more or less. Drop this guy here, lock that door. We'll drop this gate on this side here. Just engine parts and shit, you know. There's the gate, but this will give you a good representation of the gates. Skins are great, but the bottom frames and this, they're just crunchy, man. Yeah, it's probably a good thing somebody painted it with this red oxide primer to help hold what little life it left. But as you can see, it hinged down. They're more of there for aesthetics and keeping shit in the back of the truck. The bed of the truck is nice. I have one hole here that could be hammered up and welded shut. Of course, there's your rear apron. Have another hole here, hammer it up and shut, and just a couple spots. I'll show you the other side there, but I see a lot of times, I don't know what you would call this sucker. This back panel is rotted out and whatnot on the back of the cab, but it's very nice. Is on 14-inch thing rims. Gray primer here. This is a Classic Fab corner. that I welded in. Original left corner. New battery tray on the right side here on the passenger side, along with a new shit, I can't remember what it's called. Shelf, basically an engine shelf. Original tags and stuff there. You see the back ends of a all new Wolfberg West wiring harness. All new terminals there, grounds, you name it. That is the original split case transmission. I believe for it to have a broken shift fork, I can select gears while it's in neutral or while the truck is off. I have reverse first and second. I can't find third and fourth. I'm thinking that it's bad there. Again, I have driven this truck. I've had it a little over a year. I had a built 1600 dual port motor that was out of a Ghia. Originally AE motor, so it was out of a standard Beetle. And I had play in the thrust bearing. And ended up getting a little hot and spinning a rod bearing. So that motor split, and I'm debating on what to do with the case because I think it may just be an anchor. Shit, let me see if I can't kick this side out. This side is nicer than the passenger side, believe it or not. But there, ball up there is a nice Westfalia tent that I scored in Hot Springs last year. Super pumped about that. Just lean all this shit back. Again, cut wheel well, the same as the passenger side. But you can see that panel there, it's nice. So I mean, you see what you're getting here. And I'm not completely torn, man. Shit. .30 by 40 shop. I got shit piled up on the truck. Makes sense, don't it? Again, I was looking at the Claras kits, interior panels, and ceiling panels, and kick panels on stuff. I just haven't materialized. I haven't gotten that far. You see a little bit of rot there on the bottom of the door. But yeah. Man, I had the Source headlights for this thing, bumpers, emblems, glass, wiper motors, arms, bullets, handles, gates, wheels, rims, a motor. I mean, this thing was just stripped down to bare nothing. Friends of mine that have been in the Volkswagen thing a lot longer than me, granted that they got a couple years on me, I've been robbing parts off this truck for damn near 15, 20 years. This is Riverbank Survivor on the Samba. I've had this truck again for a year. For those that are curious, ever get on there and just type that in, you can kind of check out the state that I found this truck in. It's all original paint. It was covered with red oxide primer. Who would ever thought I would have got that much blue out of it? Because I certainly did not. Man, again, like I was rambling earlier, I got off topic. I'm 6'4.5", almost 6'5". I don't want to cut tubs and all that shit. I like stock height. I like original stock vehicles. Man, it's just what it's about. You know, I'm not out west. I'm in Arkansas. I want a truck that I can throw shit in the back of it, mulch, gravel, whatever, man, and just use it for what it is. You know, throw the peace sign and say hello to people that are being friendly, but just work. And I'm looking to trade for a bay single cab or double cab. I value this truck at around $10,000. I think it's very much worth it. You don't find trucks this solid. I've seen plenty go for shit $7,000, $8,000 that have frame rot and are twisted and contorted, and any of these guys that have been doing any kind of metal restoration, you buying the panels, you're paying somebody to do welding work, let alone people to $5-6 grand they drop on paint and body to make shit look like a show truck. There's a reason why these things go for $20,000. It takes time, it takes money. See jack points there. I mean, this truck is a very solid truck. Crawl into here. See the frame. I mean, there's no twist, no bind, no funny welding work. I mean, this is a solid ass truck. I bought it from a friend of mine, Bob. He's had this truck since about 90, 91. I believe it was 90. Arkansas had a crazy flood that year, and this truck almost got swept into the river. Bob saved it just in time. Prior to that, it belonged to a gentleman in Northeast Arkansas. Black guy that had kind of a service station. And I don't know how long the duration he had hit, but it was there for years and years, and it sat out in that field up there throughout the 80s. The odometer in this truck rests around 42, I believe. So I don't know if it's been cycled over or not. I wouldn't think so. Think about Arkansas in the 70s and 80s. 59 wasn't much anything. I-40 was nothing. You had I-30, but mileage on this thing, oh, excuse me, I have a line. 71,409. I'm going to be bold and say that that sucker's probably original mileage. There's the back end of that wiring harness that I got from Wolfburg West. I put a shit ton of time in this thing, a ton of love. There we go. Kind of hard to do this one-handed. It's not perfect, man. There's plenty of blemishes to work through and things to work out, and more blending, more paint, a little bit more welding. But like I said, it's all new brakes, around, wiring harness. I've driven this thing. Just kind of the recipients of a bad deal on a motor. So that's it, guys. 1959 Volkswagen single cab. VIN number's 26. Crap, what is it? 26428 and a couple other digits. Built in January 11th, I believe, of 59. The port in New Orleans. There was 22,000 of these made that year for the global market. Though I do see a lot of 59s, you look at the split window single cabs, 59 seems to be a popular year, 59 and 60, but granted, there's not a whole lot of these left. So some guys that got a bay window double or single, I'm your man. Somebody do a trade with me on this thing. This is a damn good truck. If you're not as tall as me and you're looking for something a little earlier, give me a shout. I'm very transparent, very honest. Passionate about the hobby, and I just want something that I can drive comfortably and not be miserable after half an hour. It's kind of like me on the old commuter bikes, you know, the old CB350s and whatnots. I love the style, I love the look, but I'm a damn gorilla on a bicycle. It just doesn't work after about 20 minutes or so riding. So 59 Dove Blue single cab, putting it out there. What do you guys got to trade? Value at $10,000. If I were to sell it, I mean, that's cash money, 10K. Located in Little Rock, or just southeast of it, here in Arkansas. Happy looking, happy driving, happy wrenching. Guys, it's show season rather. Appreciate you checking out the video, listening to my rambling. Just wanted to provide a newer, a little clearer pictured, updated video. Peace, guys.